Hey guys, it's Lori. I wanted to go ahead and do a different video today. Basically, just trying to get on a more personal level with you guys and talk about my background and how I came to get into real estate. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So, as I said earlier, I wanted to talk to you guys about how I got started in real estate. So, I guess I'll just go ahead and dive on into it. So, for me, as a kid, I always wanted to run my own business. That's always been my mindset. I never really wanted to like work for anybody or anything like that. I always just wanted to have my own business. And as a kid, like growing up, I always thought like, ooh, let me try to like invent something new or cool, or like let me make something with my hands and sell it, a few times, like going through school, like in middle school, I used to like sell candy and stuff like that to other kids and everything. And even in high school a little bit, I think like my first year of high school, my freshman year, like I would like sell like candy bars for like $1 and things like that, but it wasn't like, oh, I came into like some big money or anything, but basically that was like my beginning, like I guess you could say entrepreneurial starting point, right? And so I guess for real estate, the seed has always been kind of like planted there, because growing up, my mom used to tell me stories about like what she had planned for us as her children in life, and basically like her plans with real estate for us, so that seed has always been planted in my head. But I guess I never really like thought about it. I always like was like, oh, I want to like either have like a restaurant, or I want to have some type of business where, like I can just do my own thing. Really, I wasn't thinking like as in real estate as being a business, right? But like when she would tell me stories like that, I thought like, oh, this would be cool to kind of like, be a landlord or something like that, like because it's kind of like passive income basically, right? But I mean, I didn't know the terminology back then, but basically that's what it is. It's passive income, and it still allows me to do something else on the side while I can have rent coming in every month, right? So like I said, that seed was always planted there, and but I never really like paid attention to it. And so then as I got older, I think I was like around like 17 or 18 or whatever. And I was talking to my mom because I really wanted to like have my own business or whatever. I thought about like starting my own t-shirt line, starting my own clothing line. I had like a lot of ideas that I would start, and then like I would stop because it really wasn't what I wanted to do, and I just couldn't find out what I wanted to do, right? And anyway, after high school, well, we'll get into that in a minute. But so I started talking to my mom about a lot of the stuff that I was, I guess dealing with or whatever, like my indecisiveness of like starting a business or whatever. And I guess through one of our conversations, she told me to read this book. It was a couple of books that she actually recommended it to me. And it was like Who Stole My Cheese? And then there was, of course, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, And so when I finally read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that's when I came across real estate again, right? And it like popped in my head or whatever. And at the time I was already enrolled in college and everything. So I was still going to school, but I was still trying to like figure out like what I could do to start a business. And it still was like I was reading about real estate, but I wasn't like, there with it, so I started like researching businesses and things like that. And then like fast forward, I think like 2017, I ended up getting my associate's degree. And at that point I was like, okay, I got my associate's degree. Now I'm starting to like apply for jobs that, require me to have an associate's degree. However, like, I mean, as many of you guys will know, sometimes it's kind of hard to get a job that requires you to have that type of, certificate or diploma, I guess to say. I was trying to get the word, but anyway, yeah. So it's kind of hard to find a job, and like a lot of times, I know it's not just me. I'm sure you guys have probably experienced this too. Like a lot of kids who graduate from college or whatever, they struggle to find a job, and then they'll probably end up joining the military or something like that. So yeah, so I kind of ran into that situation too, where I was like almost about to join the military. I'll talk about that in another video. But basically, I got done with college, and that's when I really started like buckling down, trying to like research what type of business could I run, you know, and do like, you know, Google research. I was like Googling stuff online, looking at videos and things, and I came across real estate agent. And I think the reason why I didn't pay too much attention to real estate before was because I was looking at it from like the real estate investor type of mindset, you know, and like knowing that I need money to actually invest in property. And then I would see all these videos about like, oh, you know, no money, you don't have to use your own money to invest in real estate or whatever, you know, you can get somebody else to help you invest or whatever. But I didn't know anybody who had that type of money. So that kind of, it seemed like it was not an option for me. So, and then I came across being an agent, and that I came across through a Google search. And then it was like, I was reading the description of it, you know, like when you're like in high school or something, or like middle school, they have like, you have like career day where you have to like choose a career that you want to go after or whatever. So I was researching it like that, like what do real estate agents do? How much do they make? You know, things like that. And so through my research, I started to come across my mentor, Brian Casella. And like I was watching his videos, and I was like, all right, if he can do it, I can do it. You know what I mean? Like I can do this, you know? So like, but even before that, like reading the description, you know, of what a real estate agent does, I was like, I think I could do this, you know? But then I started like digging into it a little bit more and doing more research. And hold on. Doing more research, right? And that's when I came across Brian or whatever, and I was watching his videos, and I was like, yeah, I definitely can do this, you know? So, so I was watching his videos, then I started like Googling real estate agent, you know, license courses near me or whatever. And I ended up finding this school, and it was the Tampa School of Real Estate. And it's like, I don't even know, like maybe like 30 minutes away from me or whatever. But anyway, I ended up doing that course. It was like a 2-week course. I did it from, I don't know, it was like either like late October or like the beginning of November of 2018. And anyway, I did the course, and really it was really like 7 days, because the first week we went like Monday through Thursday, and then the second week we went Monday through Wednesday as far as the learning went. And then on that Thursday, we actually did the course exam. So yeah, I did my little 2 weeks, and I had everything fresh in my head, and I was gonna go ahead and do the test. I scheduled the test, however, I didn't get there on time. So, well, actually that's a whole nother story. That day was horrible. But anyway, like I go out there to go to my test, and I forget my wallet, which has my ID in it, of course. And I need gas at the time, so I went to the gas station, but I didn't know I didn't have my wallet until I went to the gas station. I went to the gas station to fill up my gas, and I'm feeling around my pockets, don't have my goddamn wallet. And so it was just a horrible day. Like I was like, damn, they're not gonna like let me in the test site because I don't have my ID. So I think that was in like December of 2018. And so I ended up having to reschedule the test. So I rescheduled it for January, I think like 17th of 2019, which was last year. And I went and took it, passed on the first try. Very happy about it. And like at the time I was like 22. So I got my license at 22. And then like the next month, which was February, is when I actually signed on with my brokerage, Keller Williams. And I don't know, I was just like really excited. And pretty much that's pretty much how I got my license. Why I chose real estate though, basically it just seemed like something that I could do, and I didn't have to like, you know, make the next best invention to sell to somebody, you know what I mean? Like it was like I didn't have to recreate the wheel, you know. And it was something that I was interested in as well, you know what I mean? Like I said, the seed was planted there since I was a kid. And I was like, I kind of like drew back, like, oh yeah, you know, that kind of has been there for a minute, you know? And, you know, I was like, okay, I can still do that investor side, you know, but maybe I could do the agent side, which will allow me to kind of like get familiar with the terminology, the contracts, you know, how real estate works. And not only that, also put some money aside so that way one day I can go ahead and invest in real estate and become that landlord that I want to be, you know. So, or investor is a better word. But yeah, so that's pretty much how I got started in real estate and why I chose real estate. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe. Oh, and share it too if you if you know somebody that might be interested in real estate or anything like that. Also, if you guys are agents, go ahead and share down below how you guys came across your you know, the discovery of doing or being an agent, or how you came across being an agent. If you have a video up, put the link down in the comments. I'll go ahead and check it out. But other than that, if you guys have any questions or anything, like I said, like always, feel free to reach out to me. And one more thing before I go, I just created a new podcast. It's called The Pursuit to Success, or The Pursuit of Success is what it's called. And I would really appreciate it if you guys go ahead and give it a listen. Right now, I only have the intro up, but next week on the 23rd is when I'll have my first episode up. And basically with this podcast, what it is it's going to be a documentation of my journey to success, right? And basically I'm going to talk about mindset. I'm going to talk about self improvement, and I'm also going to talk about entrepreneurship. So if those things interest you, like I said, go ahead and, you know, give it a listen. Feel free to subscribe to it. And yeah, let me know what you think. But other than that, like I said, I'm out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.